Hello everyone, today I am here to do a book tag. I like to do a tag every month. I try not to do it too much because I feel like, I don't know, I just do them all the time, so one a month is good for me. And I have a new one to share with you, and that is the stay-at-home book tag. This was created by Princess of Paperback, and this is obviously created because of the pandemic that's going through the entire world right now. And everyone has to stay at home, which is a safe and smart thing. I hope that you are doing that, unless you're an essential worker or things like that. Either way, I hope you're just being safe and cautious and being home as much as you can. I know not everyone is as fortunate as I am to be at home all the time anyway, so just know that if you are working through this, whether you be in the medical field or if you're working for stores or a truck driver or a stock person, you are important, and thank you for what you do. Like, seriously, I know it's beyond tough and it's beyond scary right now. So in this, either way, no matter what you're going through, I am thinking of you. I know that sounds like very cheesy and stuff, but I really do. But yeah, stay at home. Let's talk about it. These questions are obviously going to be catered towards staying at home and things like that. So the first question is laying in bed, which I don't do enough of at all, really. And that is a book that you could / have read in a day. And I'm gonna go with Reborn Yesterday by Tessa Bailey. I've talked about this book constantly on this channel these past couple months. I'm sorry, but like I flew through this in like a day and a half, which is very rare for me. It's a vampire love story. I have a whole video of why you should read it, so go check it out. Question number 2 is snacking. I have done a lot of that, unfortunately. A guilty pleasure book. Ooh, I mean, what is a guilty pleasure book? Like a book that you enjoy that you shouldn't? Like, I have guilty pleasure shows, Jersey Shore.
Don't talk to me the way you're talking to me. First of all, and second of all, don't talk to me.
Second of all.
I've been watching that a lot lately because I've been so anxiety that I'm like, this will calm me down, this craziness. Honestly, any chick lit book I consider kind of a guilty pleasure. Any Christina Lauren book is guilty pleasure, especially Sophie Kinsella. Just kind of lighthearted books I would consider guilty pleasures, where I don't think, it's just gonna sound horrible, you're not gonna get like a ton out of it, like a lot of depth and emotion and things like that, but you're gonna get a really funny, sometimes very romantic story, and I really enjoy those a lot because they help me feel uplifted and just make me happier, so I guess that could be guilty pleasure. Question number 3 is Netflix, which I have, like, everyone now has been saying how much they've been binging new shows and movies and stuff, and I haven't had literally any time to do that with my I know all the moms out there and all the college students and everybody, and just students in general, can attest with me, because I have my kid home now 24/7 and I'm trying to homeschool him and I'm trying to keep him occupied, and that means 0 time for Netflix, but that's okay. I've actually been reading a lot more, so I'll take that. And that is a series you want to start. Ooh, I don't know. I've been really bad with series. Oh, I have one actually. A series I want to start. Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. So far, there are 2 books in this series. I don't know if it's a duology, if it's a trilogy, if it'll be a series. If you know, let me know, but I want to start this. This is a YA sci-fi. I've read one of Brandon Sanderson's books. That's an adult fantasy, so I'm very much looking forward to reading this one when the day shall come. Who knows? Hopefully soon. This one is Deep Clean. I've been doing a ton of deep cleans because when you're home all the time, which I'm already home a lot anyway because I work from home, you know, stay-at-home mom, da-da-da-da. Now that I'm really, really home all the time, I'm like, I need this house to be clean. A book that's been on your TBR for ages. Oh boy, there's a lot of those. Okay, so I have a couple. I'm actually pretty decent about clearing out my TBR shelf like every 3 months or so. If a book that I've noticed has been on there for a long time that I still have no desire to read, I usually say goodbye to it. But there are a couple books that have been on my TBR for like a couple years now, which is a pretty long time for me. Like I said, I'm a pretty adamant, like, if I'm not gonna read it, bye-bye. That is One Day by David Nichols. Actually, my friend Amy from Amy Reads gifted this to me, so thank you so much to Amy. But I haven't read this yet because I know it's gonna be a sad love story, and I have to be in the right mood to read a sad love story. And honestly, 99% of the time, I'm not in the right mood for that. Especially right now, like, I'm like, I want happy stuff. I want light stuff. I don't want stuff that's gonna make me cry. So I will read this one day. I don't know when that day shall be. And then I have like 3 Kristen Higgins books. I'm not lying at all. If you see my what's on my TBR shelf, you know I have 3 of these books. This one's been on my one for the longest. It's almost been a full year because this book came out in August of 2019, but I think I got it in like June, so we're coming up on a year here. I don't know. I'm horrible. Animal Crossing, which is a game on the Nintendo Switch, I believe. Again, I never played it. I don't know when I'll ever have time to play it. A book you recently bought because of the hype. A book I bought. There hasn't been a book that I bought because of the hype, really. I haven't been buying many books, so I'm gonna have to skip this one. I haven't bought a book because of the hype in a while, I will say. The next question is productivity, which I am very, very productive. That's just the type of person I am. I can get so much done before 9 a.m. then like, oh goodness. Book you learned, I guess, or had an impact on you. We all know what I'm gonna go for. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I don't even need to pull it out. You probably already guessed it as soon as I said had an impact on you. You guys know it's like my favorite book of all time. Next one is FaceTime, which I have been doing a ton. My son wants to FaceTime with his grandmother every day. He wants to FaceTime with my best friend's son. We FaceTime constantly. A book that you were gifted. For this one, it's actually a borrowed. They didn't gift this to me, but I'm gonna still count that. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. My good friend actually lent this to me. Hopefully she's watching. Hello. And I'm planning to read it very soon. It's a YA murder mystery. Again, it's just being lent to me. I still consider that a gift whenever somebody lends me something, because that's awesome. So I've been really into mystery thrillers lately, so hopefully I will love this one. Next up is self-care. What is one thing you've done recently to look after yourself? I'm big into self-care. For me, self-care is just relaxing, which is hard for me to do, but what I classify for myself as self-care is face masks, like painting my toenails, washing my makeup brushes, like stuff like that. I don't know why I consider that a self-care, but if I just put a mask on, I'm answering emails, and I'm just laying there watching a stupid TV show like Jersey Shore, that's considered self-care. And I try to do that once a week, so, you know, it's good to help with the anxiety and just stress of everyday life, especially with everything that's going on right now. The last question is bonus. Name a book coming out soon. So many books. I'm gonna highlight 2 books I've recently read this month that are coming out soon. This is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This is actually already out with Book of the Month, but I believe it comes out in May, if I'm not mistaken. It's a mystery thriller that I read and I loved. I gave it 5 stars, which is really unlike me for mystery thrillers, but I loved it. Then we have He Started It by Samantha Downing. This book was supposed to come out April 28th, but since of the pandemic, things like that, it got pushed back to July. I did read it because I thought it was coming out this month and I loved it. Both of these are coming out somewhat soonish. Love them both, would recommend them both. So there you have the stay-at-home book tag. Again, if you're staying at home, thank you for doing that. You're doing the safe and healthy thing, and I hope that this pandemic ends soon and that people are taking this very, very seriously. I know I am. I try not to go. I go out every single day, but that's just with the car ride. I don't ever give out. I try not to go out if possible at all. So yeah, just be safe, be healthy, and be smart. That's the best thing you can do for you, yourself, and your family, and for everyone in the world, really. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.